he's going to share a little bit of the story and what he's doing and why he's a part of this thing. So Vincenzo, you'll just want to hit unmute and jump on in. Are you out there?
Yes, I am. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yep, we can hear you great.
All right, great, excellent. Thank you so much, Sean, for that overly generous introduction here. Pretty excited to be a part of this fantastic group, guys. Just like Sean stated, I've been involved with multi-level marketing for the last few years in a corporate aspect of it. Most recently, with LifeVantage, I was privileged to attend the first Elite Academy in Anaheim in July, and recently the last one in Orlando. And that's where things started to change in a way when I first had an opportunity to meet some of you in person in Anaheim and in Orlando. It was just to feel that energy, to feel that passion, to feel that excitement about this side of the business. I probably wonder why I decided to make the jump from the other side, and essentially back in Orlando, I met this this girl that actually is now my wife, and essentially it was, I had to make a decision that I wanted to do the business with Kaya, that corporate aspect. Quite frankly, several factors were made me make that decision very quickly. One of them, just the opportunity and just the timing of that decision was perfect, because as LifeVantage is positioned to be really a major player in the multi-level marketing, was definitely a big incentive. The product itself, incredible, as you all know, and every day in helping distributors understand that aspect was crucial. But I have to say that one of the biggest factors, the quality of the people, and most definitely the team that we have, it was a factor in helping me make that decision so much easier. I had a privilege to meet with Sean and Trent and Tony up in St. George most recently, and what a great opportunity to work with such incredible people that are going to be there to help us, and they are there to really facilitate this transition and to be really successful. I'm very grateful to working with all of you guys. Thank you so much for welcoming in. I'm still a rookie at this, but I have a lot of excitement. I'm super excited to just share this LifeVantage message with all my friends and people out there. So thank you so much for your support.
Absolutely. Well, Vincenzo, thank you for hopping on and giving us your story. And I'll tell you what, guys, there's a conversation that we usually have with the corporate guys whenever we go out to corporate, and we ask them. I mean, it's that conversation of what's wrong with you. I mean, how are you working at corporate, and how are you seeing the vision of what we see, and not taking advantage of the opportunity? And it's great to see somebody like Vincenzo say, you know what, I'm ready to step out of that employment world and step into entrepreneurship and start the business and go forward. So it's exciting to see that happen. It's exciting for people to take control of their situation, their life, and be able to jump on board with this thing and run with it. And so it sounds like, as we talked to Vincenzo, there's a lot of people at corporate office that kind of have that conversation of, you know what, I would like to, it's just they just never pull the cord to actually make that happen. And so it's exciting to see somebody pull that cord and say, you know what, it's time to jump. It's time to run. with this opportunity. And so definitely exciting stuff there. Thank you again, Vincenzo, for hopping on and participating in this call and sharing your story with us. And we're excited to see your journey move forward with this company. So now, moving forward, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about some compensation stuff. We're going to talk about some of the highlights as well as some of the things that we need to take advantage of that are time sensitive. So I'm going to pass it over to Trent. Trent is going to start the conversation. He'll get things rolling for us on the compensation. So Trent, you ready?
I am ready, man. I'm really excited too, and I've got this like glare coming through my window just right to where I've got the blinds that are like shining on my face. So I don't know if maybe I can somehow get rid of those. But before I get into my conversation, by the way, this is a conversation that we've had a lot of chat with distributors. We've had some questions on the new compensation plan, how to leverage it, how to discuss it and teach it. There's some new enhancements that I think are important. There's some new balancing requirements that I think are important. There's some things that the company's really focusing their efforts to help distributors get to. So I want to make sure that we cover those pieces. But before I do that, I noticed that one of our very own elite leaders that have joined us on this Zoom this morning, and we would just be left out if we didn't have a chance to have him say hello. So I don't know, Tony Krashowitz, if you're in a position to join us on the Zoom this morning and give us a few words. He's over in England, of all places. He's overseas. He spent, I think, more time on an airplane than he has in his car. So I don't know, Tony, are you in a position you could join us? There he is.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, Tony. Thanks for jumping on here. Love to see you.
You bet. Yeah, I'm over here in England, and we're just heading off to another meeting, and we were wanting to catch part of the Zoom. It's about 4 p.m. over here. But good to see all of you. I'm finally sleeping a little bit. It's messed me up from being in Australia, coming home, and then going to England. Kind of like my body doesn't know when to go to bed and when to get up. So anyway, let me jump out in the car here. But no, it's been exciting. I just love it. Never saw when I signed up with this that I'd be going to different countries to build LifeVantage. And, this is just kind of reminds me back when we first started, because they're in their first year here. And, Australia is relatively young too. And here you get to sit on the driver's side of the car. So here's some of our English friends, distributors here. Family, hello.
Hello.
So hold on, let me. Did I lose you?
No, there you are.
Okay, sorry. You had to jump off the Wi-Fi and come onto my phone. So anyway, we're driving out to go sign somebody up, and it's just great. Here's what I found out, you guys. A lot of times we think that here in Utah, there's so much network marketing in Utah, nobody's interested. Or I come to England, they say, Tony, the people here are different. And I go to Australia and they say the Aussies are different than the Americans. And here's what I found, you guys. Most people are looking for a different way to make income. They're looking for answers. And they just don't know what network marketing is. They don't understand what it can do for their families. And the opportunity that we're in is so incredible with everything that we have in place. And watch as you guys drive at each other here and then they pull off. They have all these one-way streets out here where they just go head on until somebody moves. It's awesome. I would not want to ride with Clint over here. He'd probably run into somebody. Anyways, I'm just glad to be in this business, you guys. This is a lot of fun. So Trent, I know you and I have been talking about coming to northern Utah, and I'm making some plans to go to Canada. I've already rebooked the trip for Australia, and so I'll be letting people know when I'm going to be coming up. I know Dixie was texting me the other day, but I'm going to be anywhere and everywhere, and I'm looking at when I go in March, on March, I want to get out to Kentucky and some other spots after I go to the Albany LifeVantage Academy. So I hope that's not too much stuff. That's a lot of rattling, isn't it?
No, it's great. It's great. I think it's a great example to all of us that that we're taking full advantage of the opportunity right now while the picking's good. I mean, this is the time to be building, and you're a good example of being out pounding the pavement and getting it done. Tony, you do have a family in St. George, Utah. You got a
yeah, I do see them every once in a while. And yep, I was there just long enough to be there, and you and I went and seen a movie. That movie fired me up, man.
That was a good movie.
You, I just got through listening to a book called The Midas Touch by Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki about being an entrepreneur. And this is, I tell you, what we have our hands on here, I just don't think we really realize what's sitting in front of us here, what we got.
Well, I think you're a good example of explaining and by your actions teaching us what type of an opportunity that we have here. So we always enjoy having you on and having you say hello to the group. I think the group, I can speak for everyone, the group loves you, Tony. They appreciate what you do.
And I'm excited to see all of you here in the next couple months as I'm making the runs and heading to places. And Canada, if you could just warm it up a little bit for me, I'd appreciate it.
You got it. You got it.
But because I don't own a coat, so I'll work through it.
Well, yeah, you know what? We're used to the sun down in St. George, Tony. We're not used to that cold weather up there.
That's it. So,
all right.
But I'm here to listen to you, and you ready to roll through this comp plan? Is that what you're doing?
We're going to talk about how to maximize making money and leveraging the LifeVantage opportunity. Absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the new things that have happened and how we can make money. What do you think? Should we get into it?
I love it. Oh, yeah, let's get into it.
All right, fair enough. All right, safe travels, Tony, and enjoy out there in England, and lots of success.
We'll be listening to you.
All right, fair enough, buddy. All right, we always love when we have Tony on here to share some insight with us. All right, guys, let's break down, and we're going to take just a few minutes. My hope is in the next 10 to 15 minutes we can really break in and get some good juice in on talking about the compensation plan and leveraging it and maximizing it. As you heard Tony talk about, he's got this vision and passion and excitement as an entrepreneur. And a lot of times we have to get our brain to think the way that Tony thinks. We have to change the way we think. And we've been programmed for so many years to operate as an employee. And as an employee, we put effort out, and then we get that money back, and it's pretty controlled and regulated. Your asset or your value is dictated by the actual company itself. And in entrepreneurship, it's different. Entrepreneurship, there's no guarantee of anything unless you go out and put forth the effort out and work for it. But at the same time, you have the ability to build your asset. You can make it as big as you want. So I just want to make this clear. Our asset is the relationships that we build. It's not the products. We leverage the LifeVantage opportunity so that we can create a stream of revenue. And I think everybody's familiar with that and understands that. With that also being said, I firmly believe that if LifeVantage is going to put some money on the table, make sure you go get it. It's there for you to take. It's there for you to maximize. And there's things that are in place that the compensation plan has that allows you the ability to create a revenue stream off of. And in some scenarios, when they have incentives and different types of cash bonuses that are out there, man, there's a reason why the companies drive in a very specific behavior. And you guys have probably heard us talk about our different level of rank distributors and what we call the foundation rank. That foundation rank is Pro 3, and there's reasons why the company is highly interested in Pro 3. So for those of you that are new distributors, I want to share with you just a couple of things about the compensation plan. And I also want to show you just some of the stuff that we've got. And just to start off as a refresher, I'm going to show you our earnings and claim statement. I think this is a great way for all of us to get our head into the compensation plan. So I'm hoping you guys can see this earnings and claim statement that has been published by the company. This is our newest earnings and claim statement. Now, if you look at that, you have an independent distributor. That's somebody who has not reached $1,000 in product volume. Pro 1 is $1,000 in product volume. Pro 2 is $2,500 in product volume. Pro 3 is $5,000 in product volume. And then Pro 4 is $10,000. I'm going to stop right there. But I want just to spell out and just show the different ranks that we have and the average income that's tied to those ranks. So when we look at this, the average monthly income for an independent distributor is $16. Pro 1, $92. Pro 2, $248, Pro 3, $501. And then if you get to a Premier Pro 4 rank, that's $1,000 of monthly average income. Okay, so when we look at these ranks, obviously we can quickly identify where our freedom is created. We can identify when our bills are being paid, when we have that residual income that's coming in every single month. Every one of us can look at a rank and say, man, I hit that rank and life is good. To set up for those ranks, we have to make sure that we are achieving specific ranks to build up to that. Obviously, this is kind of a stepping, staircase of climbing up. Now, when we look at moving through these ranks, I'm going to say a phrase that I'm going to ask that you either write down or you really etch this in your brain, because I'm going to teach you guys how to maximize making money. My goal is to make sure that we maximize this. Okay? So when we talk about maximizing making money, there are many different package options to get involved in the company. We're going to go over those package options. We're going to go over what's included in those packages. We're going to go over what the commissions are for those packages. What I'm going to tell you right now, the company has done is they've provided ways for people to get involved in this company to eliminate money as their reason for not joining. Okay? You're going to have a lot of different types of obstacles that are going to come up that people are going to have, whether they don't have time or they don't have money or they're not sure that they can do this or they don't know enough people or all the people that they know have already done network marketing. We've heard all of those types of discussions. I'm telling you right now that the way the packages are set up, we've eliminated the excuse that I don't have money to get involved. There are so many different options that are available. Secondly, if people are utilizing these different types of excuses, I call them smoke screens, okay? So when we talk about obstacles, don't have time, don't have money, I don't know enough people, I'm too busy, blah, 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 blah. Those are smoke screens to one fundamental concern. I don't believe I can make money in the opportunity. I'll repeat that. When you hear these objections, it usually is a smokescreen to one foundational issue. I don't know that I can make money in this opportunity. Our goal is to help bring value and add confidence that they can make money in the opportunity. And our system helps that happen. Now, with that being said, this is the statement that I want etched in your brain. If I'm going to teach anybody on our team how to maximize making money, volume equals rank, while rank equals income. I'll repeat that. Volume equals rank, while rank equals income. If you increase the amount of volume of products through your network, your rank will go up. And if you look at the average commission that's tied by rank, there's more money at the higher rank. Now that kind of is self-explanatory, but yet I see a lot of people who come into the business and they think less is more. In this particular business, when we talk about maximizing compensation plan, if we're selling the smaller packages or we're pushing out the starter kits and that's all that we're pushing out, the problem with that is it takes a copious amount of people, a lot of people, to start moving up into the smaller ranks. And if you work your tail off and you've enrolled 10 people on a starter kit that has no volume tied to it, and the next thing you know, you've got some sporadic customers and a little bit of volume here and there, and your residual check is $92 as a Pro 1.
Do you want him to pull around?
How motivated is that? I'm not sure who's talking on there, but if you guys will just check your, make sure you're muted. I just heard somebody talking that's not muted. Okay, so how motivating is that? Now, if you went and enrolled 10 people and we maximized the compensation plan, and rather than making $92 a month, you're making, as a Pro 3, $501, is that more motivating? Yes. What I have found is that people start getting frustrated in network marketing because they lose sight of their why, number one, and number two, their expectations aren't met. So when we talk about making money and creating freedom, I just want to make the very clear, and I hope I didn't beat this up too much, but I want to make it very clear. We have to think the way that Tony's thinking. We have to think about maximizing and creating profit margin. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys the mentality of how to maximize the compensation plan. Now, I'm going to tell you real fast. Write these. Actually, you know what? I have a slide on it. I have a slide on this one so that you guys can see this stuff. All right, I'm going to show you guys what our average retention in the company is by rank. Now, this is important because you're going to start to see why the company is so focused on getting people to a rank Pro 3. Everyone when we think about distributor retention, if you had a business and you had a business full of independent distributors, your average retention is 90 days. If you had a network full of just Pro 1s, your average retention is 9 months, significantly greater. If you have a network full of Pro 2s in your business, your average retention of those distributors are 18 months. Now you can see that as we move up in rank and people are creating bigger checks, look at the retention. I want you to think business right now. I want you to think business right now. If you want a long-term residual check, which rank would you like to have your entire network at minimum? We know that when we look at Pro 3, look at that. Pro 1 to Pro 2, 9 months, then 18 months, and all of a sudden this massive jump to 64 months. And that, by the way, that number is continuing to increase. You know why? Because when we get people to Pro 3, they stay engaged, they run their auto shipments, and they're getting pretty lucrative checks. If you're going to get paid $500 on average as a Pro 3, and you're consuming the LifeVantage products at $200 a month, you're now consuming products and you're still making money. These numbers are significant. So as an entrepreneur, I'm highly interested in this. We want to get people to a rank Pro 3. And by getting people to a rank Pro 3, the company's got some little extra incentives out there. So here's the deal. This is brand new, hot off the press incentives that LifeVantage has. This is our 2017 incentives. This is coming right from LifeVantage.com. Go to LifeVantage.com, click on the 2017 incentive. If you enroll a combination of 5 new gold or platinum packs, which is a total of 5,000 and preferred customers, 5,000 in volume, you get the LifeVantage Fitbit. You go to the Apple Watch, if you enroll 11 new gold or platinum or combination of preferred customers with 11,000 in volume, that would be just over a Pro 4. There's an incentive on an Apple Watch. You got the MacBook Pro. But here's the deal. These are all cool little goodies. And by the way, if you're motivated for a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or a MacBook Pro, take a look at what those qualifications are and go get it. Go get it. Those are little extra incentives. But this is the one that I'm really going to drive home. LifeVantage is offering for anyone who is brand new to the company who has not reached the rank of a Pro 3. The company will give you an extra $500 bonus by reaching a rank of Pro 3, and this qualification is to the end of March. Okay, so we have from now until the end of March. We got now 60 days essentially to qualify to reaching that rank Pro 3. I'm going to show you how to do it in 30 days, but we can push that out to 60 days. If anyone has reached the rank of a Pro 3 and your volume has fallen back and you have not been paid as a Pro 3 for the last 6 months, you do qualify for the extra $500 bonus on top of all the other commissions that they're going to pay out. If you're going for Pro 5 by the end of March and you have not reached the rank of a Pro 5 before, there's an extra $1,000 for you. So now think about this. You haven't reached your new distributor. Maybe you're Pro 1 or a Pro 2. Maybe you're Pro 3 and you've fallen back in the last 6 months. If you get back to a Pro 3 and build your business to a Pro 5, there's an extra $1,500 bonus on top of all the ways the compensation plan pays. So I'm saying this simply because there's money on the table for you. If you're a Pro 5 that has fallen back and you haven't reached that rank of a Pro 5 in the last 6 months, there's an extra $1,000 for you. Okay, so these are some of the promotions that I want you to be thinking about. Why is the LifeVantage so focused on getting people to a rank Pro 3? Because we find that to be our foundation rank, where our leadership's getting developed, where we have higher retention. So I'm hoping I'm driving this point home that my goal, recognizing as an entrepreneur, the value of my network, the strength that we have as a team as we work together, is we want every team member to reach a minimum rank of a Pro 3. Because if we do that, we start to help people achieve their goals. We get people now fitting expectations. This is a big deal. People make money. It gets pretty exciting to be part of an opportunity. It's when people don't make money where things start to fall apart. So we want to set out those goals and get people rank advancing and getting to hitting those. All right, now, in order to do that, let's talk about how we get started in the business. What are we going to be talking about? When we look at the different package options that are available, I want to make this point very clear. In fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm hoping you guys can actually see me and maybe even see this whiteboard that's behind me. All right. There are two requirements. There are two requirements to be qualified to receive commissions in this company, okay? Requirement number one is you have to purchase the starter kit. You can call it a business building kit, whatever you want to call it. LifeVantage calls it the starter kit. That starter kit is $50. Okay, you have to purchase that. That is a requirement. You also have to maintain a $200 personal volume order every single month. Okay? So I hope, can you guys see this? Give me like a thumbs up or something or if you guys can see this. Okay, cool. All right, so those are the two requirements. You can qualify across the board for all the commissions this opportunity has to offer by getting the starter kit and making sure you have a 200 PV. Now, there are some ranks that only require you 100 PV, but I want to make this very clear. You will not maximize the compensation plan. You only get paid out 30% versus by having the 200 PV, you will get a 40% payout. Okay, again, if I'm going to teach you how to make money, I'm not going to set you up for failure. We're going for 200. I'm going to challenge every distributor on our team to consume our products and maintain a 200 auto shipment. If your money situation is tight, if you just purchased a kit and you're a brand new distributor and this is a difficult task, then the company has allowed you to offset that with preferred customers. Preferred customers are people who purchase the product. If you have customers who purchase the product, and I put 160 on there, then your obligation is only $40 a month. The company will allow you to offset your customers to your 200 PV. Okay, so this is for our new folks. Now, with that being said, as you rank advance your business to a Pro 2, a Pro 3, I'm suggesting and encouraging everybody, even if you have customers, don't focus on this. Focus on that. Every distributor should be running a $200 auto shipment because we have the products to back that up, okay? But those are the two requirements. If you don't have those things done, you're not going to get paid in making commissions. All right, that's the first thing. Now, with that being said, let's go back to the screen. I'm going to show you guys the options to come into the business. Now, once you come in on that starter kit and you've purchased the $50 starter kit and you're setting up your $200 auto shipment, these are the different package options that are available to you. You have the silver pack. That's $300. Now, I say available to you. I'm talking, you guys, I'm assuming, are already distributors. We may have a prospect or two that are on here. At least you're getting the information. But this will be the information that we're sharing out to our prospects as we're giving this information, okay? Silver pack is $300, okay? It's going to have a 20% savings on the product that comes with it. And if you look at this lineup, you're going to see the products that come in the silver pack. You get 2 Pro Tandem, Nerf 1, 2 Nerf 2. You get 1 box of Red Axio, and it looks like it's got another box of Axio. You get 2 boxes of Axio in there, okay? Oh, and an anti-aging cream, and the LV Move app. Sweet. Okay, there you go. Now the payout, if you enroll somebody on the silver pack, your payout right down there, it says Smart Start bonus is $100. Okay, now let's go to the gold pack. There's 2 different package options. I'm not going to break these down. You can look at them on your own. This is available on LifeVantage.com. I went right to LifeVantage.com. At the very bottom, it says opportunity packs. This is where you get the information. The gold pack is $600. You're going to get a 25% savings on product. And when I say that's the new incoming distributor, if you enroll on the gold pack, you get a 25% savings. It's a bigger savings on product. You're also getting more product, but you're also getting access to our event ticket. Sean Woodfield just talked about our corporate event that we have coming up, our convention in Salt Lake City. That's a $200 ticket, and that's included in that gold pack. Now, if you go to the platinum pack, it's $1,200. It's a 30% savings in product. Included in all that product that you're going to get, you're also going to get 2 tickets to convention. Okay? So obviously there's a lot more value to the higher price package, which pretty customary in any kind of a transaction that you do. You buy more, you get a bigger savings. If you look down here at the bonuses that are paid out, you get a $100 bonus by enrolling somebody on a silver pack. You get a $200 bonus by enrolling somebody on the gold pack. And you get a $400 bonus by enrolling somebody on the platinum pack. All right, so now when we break this down, if I'm going to teach you how to make money, if I'm going to teach you how to maximize making money, I want to be clear on this. If you enroll a starter kit for $50, which is the requirement to become a distributor, there is zero volume tied to that. That means there's zero commissions paid out. I have also found that whatever you do tends to duplicate. So if you come in on the $50 starter kit, you will tend to talk about the $50 starter kit. How much volume is being created? Zero. Now, just to clarify, because this question did come up with some of our new folks, what exactly is the starter kit? I'm going to show you exactly what comes in that starter kit. This is your starter kit. Okay, so you're going to get what we call sampleable products to sample, as well as a bunch of marketing material. And there's some really good information in there. There's a great value to that for $50. You're getting $50 in product plus all the marketing material that goes with it. That's your starter kit. It has to be purchased with any of those packs that you come in on. Okay. All right. So now you got your starter kit. If you're pushing the starter kit, you're not going to create any volume. I guess that's the short answer of what I'm trying to say. If you're pushing those the $50 starter kits, it makes sense to me that if you want to create faster and bigger volume, go to the platinum packs. That's the area that's where you're going to create more volume much quicker, and you're going to make $500. So when we talk about identifying 5 people to join you in business, and this is just simply an example, if we're going out there on silver packs, if you were to go out and enroll 5 people on silver packs, you just paid yourself $500. If you're going to go out on gold packs, you've made yourself, what, $1,000? And if you go out there on platinum packs, you just made yourself $2,000. Okay, so again, it's dollars and cents. Just it makes sense to me that if you're going to go out and talk to 5 people that are open, or identify 5 people that want opportunity, which one is going to give you the best return on your investment? Obviously, the platinum pack. And so that's the reason why I'm putting that value out there. If you want to get to Pro 3 quicker, Pro 3 is 5,000 in volume. 5,000 in volume. You by enrolling 5 platinum packs, there's 1,000 in volume here. Okay, there's 1,000 in volume there. By enrolling 5 platinum packs, you've just created your Pro 3 business. So if you want me to teach you how to maximize making the extra bonuses that LifeVantage has made available to you, it's going to come from platinum packs. Now, does everybody have the budget for platinum packs? No, they don't. Do I care about waiting for somebody to come on this one if somebody could come on this one earlier? I do care. I would rather take this one earlier than waiting for this one. If somebody only has the budget for the $50 starter kit and they can put a $200 auto shipment on their order, you're going to get paid a commission on that product volume that distributor just purchased. But if that's the only option that's available to that distributor at that time, I'm going to take what I can immediately get and to get them involved in the business, because their network is valuable to me. So I'm hoping that making sense. But make no mistake, this bar none is your biggest value. Plus, it gets you into the training program that we have inside of the company. Okay. All right. Let's. I'm trying to streamline. I think when I try to streamline, I end up talking more. I don't know. All right. Let's go. I'm going to just cover just a couple quick slides. This is the one tied to volume equals rank, rank equals income. For those of you, take your smartphone out if you haven't wrote this note down, and take a snapshot of this. Just screenshot this. Okay, volume equals rank and rank equals income. If you want to build a big network, get people rank advancing and create as much volume as you can. That's what's going to pay you more money. The other thing is the difference between getting started versus launching your business. Okay? So when we look at this, we want to make sure that you guys are that we're launching businesses. Not just getting started. Now, to launch your business, if you're a brand new person, I would recommend a burst of activity at the very beginning. The burst of activity in my that I look at is database in at least 100 names. We're looking for 50 yeses of people that are open. It's really, really simple. The invite is really simple. I'm working on a new business project. I've got some new goals in 2017. I'm looking to make more money this year than I did last year. Just curious, are you open to more additional streams of income? Are you looking to make more money this year than you did last year? If I can show you a way to make money from your smartphone, would it be worth a few minutes of your time? That's when you're going to find out if people are open. And then we're looking at 3 simple steps of exposing information. 3 simple steps. Connect somebody, or you're connecting with somebody through the invite to find out if they're open, and you're connecting them to a tool. It's always better for you not to be the message, but to have a tool be the message. We've got the ABC primetime video. We've got a couple of short, very attractive videos that we're using right now that we're having great success with. We're going to utilize a tool to get the information communicated so you don't have to be the message. When you become the message, you're going to hear a lot of people say, well, I can't do what you do, or I don't want to be a salesman, or I'm not a salesman. If you're hearing those types of statements, chances are you're probably missing this second step. The third one is we're going to go from a tool to an event. The event that we're using is we have live group meetings that we can do. We can do house meetings. We can do one-on-one presentations. And we can also do Zooms over the internet. There's many of you that are on this Zoom today that came into the opportunity by this exact same process. Okay, we have got distributors that have followed this, and you came in by getting connected to a video, getting some basic information, being led to a Zoom presentation, and through a Zoom presentation, you got content of information and made a buying decision. All right, so that's the process that we're utilizing, and I would do that at a very high level to get your business started. All right, breakdown of the compensation plan. So now I just explained to you the front end of choosing an opportunity pack to come into the business. Now I'm going to show you, if I get my screen to move here. Some of the things that just recently went into effect. If you look at this, this comes right off of LifeVantage.com. These are the enhancement plans. Number 1, you get 40% on product volume purchased through the packages. That's why we're talking about the silver, gold, and platinum packages. 40%, that means whatever product is purchased, you're going to get a 40% upfront commission. You're also going to receive, if you look at step number 2, you're going to receive 40% on all new preferred customers. So a new preferred customer purchases product, you're going to receive a 40% commission on that. Okay, now here's look at the number 4. You must have a $200 personal volume to earn 40%. If you have 100 to 199, you will earn 30%. Guys, listen, just make sure you have your 200 PV. There's no reason why you would leave money on the table. It blows my mind that people would do that. If you can't afford or don't want $200 in product, then get 1 or 2 customers to offset that cost for you. But make sure your personal business is maintaining a $200 auto shipment. Okay, so these are some of the new things that have gone into effect. The LifeVantage Compensation Plan. These are the bonuses. If you sign up platinum packs, gives you the example of the 400. Gold, silver. Gold is 200, and that's the example of getting silver packs. Now, typically speaking, if you came in on the platinum pack, by the time you've enrolled 2 distributors, you've almost got your full return on your investment. By the time you've enrolled 3 distributors, you got your return on your investment for sure. Okay, so gold pack, same thing. If you look at those numbers, by the time you've enrolled 3, you got your return on your investment. Silver pack, if you come in on the silver pack, by the time you've enrolled 3, you got your return on your investment. Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the other pieces of the compensation plan. For those of you that have questions on the residual breakdown, this is duplicated in numbers of the $200 auto shipment. So if you look at that breakdown of the royalty structure, this will pay 9 levels through a compensation plan. So you're going to get paid 9 levels. This has nothing to do with rank. It has strictly to do with the levels of your network. Okay, so if you look at that line number 1, you have 5 people that you've brought to the business. This is an example. You can bring 1, you can bring 2, you can bring 20, you can bring 50. This is just an example of 5. You bring 5 people to the business, duplicating the $200 auto shipment requirement. That can be covered by customers, or it's going to be covered strictly by the distributor. An example is $200 of auto shipment product through 5 distributors. You're going to get paid a 2% royalty, or $22. If you look at level 2, there's a 5% royalty. 5 people go find their 5 with a $200 auto shipment. It's $275. Look at level 3. This is important. Look at level 3. 5 people who go find their 5. Those 25 go find their 5. It's duplicating the numbers of 5. You have 125 distributors on a team. Everyone has committed the $200 auto shipment. At the 3rd level, the company will pay a 9% royalty. At that 3rd level, it pays $2,475. And that's plus the $275 at level 2 and the $22 at level 1. Okay, so now if I am new and I'm listening and learning about getting to Pro 3, creating volume, and we're looking at how I can create true financial independence, your true residual stream is going to come from products being consumed every month. We know we got a great retention on our customers who consume the products. We need to set up the pipeline for those products to flow. Look at level 4 now. Now from 4 all the way down to level 8, there's a 5% payout. As we duplicate our organization out, you can see where the numbers start getting fat. At level 4, duplicating one more time, 125 distributors, we duplicate a behavior of helping them find their 5 at a $200 a month customer and or distributor volume each month would create a $6,875 check. That's at level 4. Okay, so 4 levels into your network, if we duplicated numbers of 5, you will now be creating yourself about a $9,000 a month residual check. Almost $10,000. That's where I think freedom starts to get paid out, or it starts to get achieved. All right, so when we look at that royalty structure, from not only just the upfront in bonuses that are being paid out on the 40%, but also when you start looking at the reoccurring orders that are coming in, this is where you start to create your independence. This is where the value of our business starts to really show its weight. All right, I was going to break down the generational matching bonus and our elite pool, but maybe I'll hold off on that just because of the sake of our time. We went quite a while, and we went into this. Let's do this real quick. This is a recorded presentation. It's available. We'll make it available for playback. But why don't we take just a second, and does anybody have any questions at all? Actually, there is one more thing I want to cover. I want to open this up to questions here in just a second. And in order for you to field the question, you'll need to make sure you unmute your microphone. Okay, so we'll open that up here in just a second. There is one other thing that I want to make sure that we cover, and that is the balancing requirements to achieve these different ranks and to also achieve the volume that we those checks that we're talking about. This is a highlight sheet. Comes right off of LifeVantage.com. But I want to focus on just this part. This is the royalty structure. You can see on this the royalty structure that we're talking about your unit levels. So that's what I just showed you, 9 levels into your network. There's level 1, 2%. Now, by rank, we'll determine how many levels you reach. Okay, so here's where all your volume requirements are. If you're new, this is going to take a little bit of getting used to. If you're new, I'd reach out to your mentor or reach out to your support team. And let's just make sure that you guys are familiar with this. Don't get too wrapped into this. This will all become natural. It'll all happen naturally as we're helping you enroll. Right now, the key is to helping you guys get your money back and get your business started, get some checks coming in, but just strictly enrolling. But for those of you that want to understand the requirements, 1,000 of organizational volume will make you a Pro 1. Okay? You only need 1 leg. That means all that $1,000 in volume can come from 1 enrollment, and that could just offshoot, right? You can just 1 person frontline to you. You're going to get paid 2 levels into the compensation plan. At level 2, you're now required 2 legs. It's an 80-20 split. That means out of 2,500 in volume that has to be achieved to reach a rank Pro 2, $500 of it needs to come from an outside leg. So you could literally have 2,000 in volume coming out of one leg and then 500 out of a second or a combination of legs. Pro 3, 2 legs, same rules, 80-20. It's 5,000 in volume. That means out of the 5,000, 4,000 of it can come out of one leg, and then 1,000 of it has to be a combination of legs. Okay, so it's 2 legs consistently until rank Pro 5. So those of you who want to go Pro 3 and then Pro 5 by the end of March, there's some of you that are working hard that I know this is going to be something that you're going to be targeted for. It's 20,000 in volume. With that 20,000 in volume, you're now required to have 3 legs. It's a 60-30-10 split. Okay, so by the time you get to this level, you're going to have some volume coming in different areas in your business. It can't all come from one leg. But if you look at your residuals, you're now reaching down 7 levels into the compensation plan or into your network. Okay, so I'm going to say this. And then those of you that have questions, or if we need to pick up a conversation outside of this Zoom, I'm going to say this. This needs to be the target for everybody. If you've already reached that Pro 3 rank, that needs to be the target for your team members. We have got to do our part as a supporting cast and as team to really get people to that rank Pro 3. And the reason for it is because now by the time you reach a rank Pro 3, you're not leaving money out on the table. You're maximizing generational matching bonus. You're maximizing getting paid. You're maximizing pretty much all aspects of the compensation plan, but you're not leaving anything out there. And we just know this is a pivotal rank. And then the next one's going to be really setting our target to Pro 5. There's some big things that happen at Pro 5. Leadership is developed. The company spends money sending you to leadership trainings. I mean, it's a big deal. But Pro 3 has to be the target point. Okay, so I hope that is about as clear as mud, but we can break down that a little bit more in detail as we start to as we're working with the team on these particular points. All right. Is there any questions that we can field while we're on this Zoom?
When it comes to getting your preferred customer base, how do you make it easier to get that preferred customer to be a preferred customer?
Ask that question one more time. Make sure I understand it.
So how do you make it easier to sign up preferred customers? Because you say you want that 80-20 in that leg, right?
Correct.
So how do you make it easier to get it to be a preferred customer over a distributor?
Are you asking if you're bringing a prospect in, or like talking to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not about easier for being a preferred customer. Here's what I can tell you. Customers are almost by default. If we're doing our exposures and we're looking for opportunity-minded individuals, customers are going to come by default. And statistically, don't confuse this with volume requirements. Statistically, we have higher customers in our business opportunity than we actually have distributors. It's not uncommon to have a 70-30 or an 80-20 split on customers versus distributors, but don't mistake that for a difference between a distributor and a customer by your balance requirements. So let's go to Pro 3, for example, okay? Pro 3 is 5,000 in volume. In that 5,000 in volume, there is now requiring 2 legs. Can you guys see this okay? Is my whiteboard visible? Can you guys see that? Or is it hard to see?
You can see it.
Okay, all I need is somebody to say, yes, I can see it, and no, I can't. Okay, so we got 5,000 in volume. You got 2 leg requirements that are set at a Pro 3, and it has to be an 80-20 split. In that 80-20 split, you're looking at, okay, this is you, and we're out enrolling, right? You can enroll customers, you can enroll distributors, it doesn't matter who you enroll. As you're enrolling this, volume is starting to take shape. Maybe you have a preferred customer over here that's got 100 in volume. Maybe you have a distributor here that's carrying, I don't know. Let's just say this distributor here is carrying 4,000. Let's just say this distributor went and killed it and is enrolling some people. And you got customers, you got distributors. It doesn't matter where they show up. It doesn't matter if it's a distributor or a customer. It's based on volume coming up. But this distributor here has got 4,000 in volume. Okay? This requirement is 80% of your volume can come from one leg alone. So that would be your 4,000 coming from that one distributor. This other 20% of volume, which would be 1,000, has to come from all this. So this could be a distributor, preferred customer, doesn't matter, preferred customer. But if we added up this customer at 100, this customer here has got grandma and grandpa and Aunt Jemima and Susie and whoever else. There's 500 in volume there. This customer's got 100. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3, and that's 5, that's 800. And this distributor is just running a $200 auto shipment. I hope this is making sense. But right there is 1,000 of combination of volume. You would now have 1,000 in volume coming from outside of this one main leg. So it doesn't matter where the volume comes from. It doesn't matter. So I guess to answer that question, I hope this works. If not, then maybe let's see if we can get it right to your question. But the short answer is I'm looking for people who want to join my opportunity. Whether it's a distributor or a customer makes no difference to me. I'm going to sit down and talk with somebody about why I chose the opportunity, and I'm looking for opportunity-minded people. Just like Tony said, you can go all over the world, and what you're finding is people want a different way of making money. They want the freedom. They want something outside the box. That's a common conversation for people. Now, when I sit down and talk to people, is everyone open to a network marketing conversation? No, they're not. 95% of people work for somebody else, so they only know working as an employee. So a lot of the people that I talk to are not interested in this conversation, but they do see the ABC Primetime video and they do get some information on product, and they're interested in product. So the answer is how do you find customers easier? I have found one of the best tools for getting information for product out is the ABC Primetime video. That ABC Primetime has great dialogue. There are also some other really short videos. There are great videos on the Nerf 2 story. We've also got some great recorded presentations that we've done as a team explaining the value of Nerf 2. So the question is, if you want to have customers easier, I would go talk opportunity and find the ones who are only interested in product and make sure they get their questions answered to product, and then send them a link to order. So you don't have to sell the product to them. You don't have to house the product. You can send them to a link and they can order right online. And that's the easiest way for me, I think, to let people pick and choose. Don't try to push product. Don't just push strictly just opportunity. Let people choose. If somebody says to me, I don't think I'm interested in the whole MLM thing, great. Do you see value in the product? Is this a product you can see yourself taking? If the answer is yes to that, man, I'm going to immediately start moving them into getting them enrolled for product. I've been pretty fortunate enough to be able to recognize that when somebody's not interested in business, but they pique some interest in product, I don't spend time trying to convince them of anything. It's like, all right, great, let's get you your product. And I'm immediately going to the order screen. Does that answer your question or help you at all?
Yeah, it does completely.
Okay.
I now understand it now, because I was pushing it all the wrong way and learning a lot, making sure that I was getting those failures so that I could learn from those failures. Now that I'm asking and understanding and actually putting the effort into it, I see it now. It makes sense to me.
Perfect. And I think that's also too, I think the biggest mistake most people make, and you make a valid point, most people make a mistake by thinking they have to know all the details before they go out and talk to somebody, and then they don't talk to anybody. So the fact that you're taking the risk now and you're putting yourself out there and you're asking the questions and you're doing it, you're going to find you're going to grow a lot quicker. So you're doing it the right way. Just keep going after it. Keep doing it. All right. And if you're not comfortable making a comment in front of a group on here, feel free to send a chat message out on what your question is. Or if it's something that we need to pick up offline, then send me a message and we can chat later at a later time. Any other questions pertaining to the details of the compensation plan?
Good morning, Trent. This is Ashley.
Good morning, Ashley. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I have a quick question. So right now I'm looking at my virtual office and when I go down to the qualifications, there's a little picture of qualifications, and it says 100 PV, and I came in on the 600 plan, the gold. So my question is that something that I'm supposed to set? Can I still get the 200?
No, you are qualified based upon the requirements of the compensation plan. I'm going to go back to show this screen right here. Ashley, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we look at what requirements have to be satisfied, you're going to see as an independent distributor all the way up to a rank Pro 3. These first 3 ranks, you'll see monthly obligation is 100, 100, and 100. So between now and Pro 3, your obligation is 100 in personal volume. That's what your requirements are to receive a check. By the time you hit rank Pro 4, you have to have 200. Okay? So you are actually qualified. So if you were to sign anybody up, you would actually show that you're qualified. The other thing, too, to keep in mind is this month, in the month of February, you purchased your own product, correct?
Correct.
You purchased an entire kit, the $600 kit. That means you got well more than $200 in product that you personally have purchased. So you qualify across the boards for full commissions.
Hey, Trent, really fast to pipe in on that. Ashley, if you click on that $100, just click on it on your back office. And
Oh,
pull
okay,
up
one
your
sec.
actual PV. So it only reads that you only need 100 because you're shooting for Pro 1. Because that's all you need for minimum requirement to rank advance. But if you click on it, so everybody on this, if you click on those numbers, the actual number of what you have is on there.
Is it so it says, so then underneath that it says GV original volume 580, and then the goal is 1,000. So what happens if I hit the 1,000 goal?
You will become a Pro 1. So it's 1,000 in volume makes you a qualified Pro 1. Because you purchased your kit this month, Ashley, and this is great for everybody that's new on this Zoom. Ashley, because you've purchased your own kit, your GV, which is your group volume, okay, your GV right now is 580, correct?
Correct.
Okay, in order to be paid as a Pro 1, you have to have 1,000 of GV.
Okay.
So now if we do the math behind that, what is that, 420 away? If you create another 420 in GV, and it doesn't matter where that comes from. That could come from customers. It could come from distributors. It doesn't matter. But if you create an additional 420, your volume will equate 1,000 GV, and you will be a rank Pro 1 this month. Okay. So that your own enrollment pack counts for volume for rank advancement.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you're not going to get paid a commission on your own volume, but you will receive a commission on anybody else's volume that you enroll. So this is the reason why, for anybody who's new in the month of February, Ashley, if we want to get you to Pro 3, by the way, would you be opposed to getting your business to Pro 3 and not only getting the commission checks, but receiving an extra $500 bonus from LifeVantage? Would you be okay with that?
Of course.
And if I could teach you how to leverage your own volume that you came in on this month to get you to the $5,000 mark of volume for Pro 3 to make the $500, would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what our goal is for all new distributors that come into the business, we want you to leverage your own volume as we help you start getting your voice out and we start to enroll customers and distributors in your business. But here's our goal, Ashley. Our goal is to help you. If we can put the plan of action together, let's help you go for Pro 3 this month with 5,000 in volume because you're already leveraging your own volume this month.
Right.
In the month of March, you won't have the 580 anymore because that's this month's volume. In the month of March, you only have your auto shipment volume and then whatever volume you sign up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we need a total of 5,000 group volume to get to Pro 3?
Correct. So now what we want to do with you is who can we talk to that we can start to share information to and identify customers as well as distributors. That's why that last gentleman that asked the question about finding customers and distributors, they're both equally important. If we help you find 10 customers and those customers are averaging $100 per order, you've just got yourself an extra 1,000 in volume right here, right? plus
Right.
your 580. So now you're at 1580 in volume. And now let's just say we find, I don't know, let's say we just go find 3 distributors. And 3 distributors come in on the platinum pack at 3,000 each, or I mean 1,000 each, which would be 3,000 in volume. You now have 3,000 plus your $1,000 in customer volume plus your 580. We're sitting just a couple hundred away from hitting Pro 3 your first month in business.
Okay.
Okay, so volume equals rank equals income, and we're gonna really build off of that. So yeah, your volume this month actually matters. We want to help you leverage that to get you guys rank advancing. If, by the way, if Ashley, let's just change the scenario real quick. Ashley, you came in on a $1,000 platinum pack, or I guess it's $1,200.
No, I did the gold. I did the 600.
Let's just say though, for example, let's just say you did. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just change the scenario around a little bit. Let me just erase this whiteboard real fast. All right. You come in on the platinum pack. On the platinum pack, you get $1,000 of volume personally. That would be your GV. Based upon your own enrollment as a platinum pack, what rank do you qualify as?
Pro 1.
Correct. So now all of a sudden, right out of the gate, you're a Pro 1. Now, is it real volume? Sure it is. It's your volume, but you haven't received a commission check on that yet. But what it does do is it leverages you, Ashley, to get to, what's that magical rank that we're looking for?
Pro 3.
And how much volume is that?
5,000.
Okay, so now if we're leveraging your volume with the 5,000, how much volume do we have to get you balanced as a Pro 3?
4,000.
Yep. You see how that works?
Yes.
So we're going to leverage your own volume. So this is the reason why, like Vincenzo that was on here earlier, he just signed up. This would be the time that I would suggest launching your business and really working in a burst of activity at a higher level, because you're leveraging your own volume. And Ashley, the fact that you came in on that middle pack, which is the gold pack, that's a great pack, because you're leveraging that 580 in volume, plus you've also got the convention ticket. Now our goal is to go out there and start identifying like-minded people that are looking at the product line. The product is important. I don't want to devalue the value of that product. And you'll hear us talk so much about the product. I know so many distributors on here that love our product. But we're talking right now today strictly about making money. We're talking about maximizing that comp plan. So this is where we put our business mind together. This is where we start to really focus on our volume. We start focusing on our numbers and really making those numbers come together. So great question, Ashley. And Sean, thanks for clarifying too, that if you click in on that 100 in volume, it's going to show you the total GV that you've got. Any follow-up questions or thoughts to that we need to clarify for the group?
Hey Trent, real fast. I know we're definitely long on this, but I definitely think this would be a valuable thing for everybody to understand. Maybe explain to them again why Pro 3 is so critical, not for just retention, not for just the longevity of building a business with Pro 3, but the value of capturing the roll-up bonuses, because you don't capture those until Pro 3.
Okay, so you have not only the roll-up bonuses, but you also have the generational matching bonus. And so when I talked about really maximizing the compensation plan, not leaving any money out on the table, the reason why Pro 3 is so important is because you're going to be getting also qualifying for the roll-up bonuses. And without trying to make it really messy, the roll-up bonuses are extra bonuses as you're helping your team helping your team enroll. So I'm just going to show real fast. This is you enroll a distributor. This distributor enrolls a distributor, and you got some customer volume out here. Maybe you have a little bit of volume here. This distributor enrolls another distributor. Okay. Now, this distributor enrolls a platinum pack. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see what I'm writing here. Okay, this distributor enrolls a platinum pack down here. How much is this distributor going to make in commissions? And since everyone's muted, I'll write it out there because you guys already know the answer. This distributor enrolls a platinum pack distributor. They're going to make $400. There is also a roll-up bonus of $50 that's going to roll up to the very first qualified Pro 3 or 4. Okay? So there's a $50 bonus because of this transaction down here, that if you are the Pro 3, you're going to get that $50 bonus. Now, here's the reason why that was put in place. Because typically by the time you're into Pro 3 and Pro 4, you know our messaging, you know our system, you're helping other people rank advance in their business, and more likely than not, because these guys are relatively new, you are involved in this transaction. So the company wanted to make sure that there was a little extra money in it to help satisfy maybe your time or your efforts. Maybe you traveled there to do that presentation. So these roll-up bonuses can be very beneficial for people that are wanting that little extra. By the way, that's a weekly bonus. I just got an email yesterday on my weekly bonus. It was actually pretty cool to see that I made some extra money that came in because of some of these types of transactions that are occurring in my business. That's one leg, by the way. Okay, so as this person goes out and rolls a distributor, same thing happens. If you are the Pro 3 in this line, the first Pro 3 or Pro 4 is going to get a $50 bonus. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're sitting at least at a Pro 3 rank so that you're not leaving money out on the table. And that's in every one of your legs that you enroll. You can go as wide as you want. Every one of your legs, as you start to help support volume down in your business, these are extra bonuses that are going to be rolling up to you. And that starts at Pro 3. That means if you're a Pro 2, you're not getting any of it. Or Pro 1, you're not getting any of it. That's why we want to get people rank advancing their business to help support this behavior down into the network to where everyone's starting to make money. Sean, is there anything you want to add on that point?
No, I think that covers it. I guess the easiest way to understand that bonus is once you get to Pro 3, you start getting some commissions for all the enrollments in your business. So the value to Pro 3 is that your income starts to grow pretty significantly. In fact, this is a newer bonus, so I believe the average Pro 3 will be actually making more than $500 a month off these bonuses because it's going to increase your paycheck because of your teams, by supporting your team and their enrollments. So it's just relatively new. I mean, we're only talking 3-4 months old. So a lot of value there.
And with that, we're going to be doing some little extra trainings that we'll be, we'll shoot some short videos. I know this one's a long presentation. Typically they're not this long, but we're going to be shooting some short segmented videos that are 1, 2, 3 minutes long that will explain one specific area of the compensation plan. So that way you can take that extra couple of minutes and just absorb that. Today was just one that I think was a topic that I think is worthwhile having, but sometimes takes a little bit longer to go over. Let's also, I saw that Brad had his hand up. Brad, I don't know if you still have the question or if there's something that we can help address.
Yeah, I just have one question that nobody's been able to answer yet. If somebody came in on a lower pack other than the platinum, like gold or silver, is there any way they would ever be able to upgrade or go so that they could get the higher commissions later? Or is it like we really need to sell that to people so that they know what they're getting into if they go for a lower pack?
That's a great question. One of the things that I really am happy that LifeVantage did is they didn't make there be a requirement that you have to have the higher package in order to make the commissions. What they did do is they said that as long as you meet those two requirements that we talked about earlier, as long as you meet those two requirements, you qualify across the board for the commissions. So again, remember what those requirements are. You have to have a starter kit for $50, and you have to have a $200 auto shipment. And then everything else in the compensation plan is exactly the same. No, there's no money left out on the table. Let me see if I can show this other screen here. I think this is the one. So here's your requirements. You don't have to have, you can see there's the 40% payout. You don't have to have a bigger pack. They used to require that you can upgrade to the platinum pack to make sure you maximize making the compensation plan. You don't have to now. You can literally come in on a starter kit, or you come in on the silver pack, and you can still make the 40% commissions. You can still get paid on everything else. The only requirement they're going to have for like the generational matching bonus And the roll-up bonuses that we were just talking about is you have to be at a rank Pro 3.
Okay, so Trent, real quick, sorry, I don't mean to cut in, just to piggyback real quick. So that was kind of my question earlier, was for the Pro 1 to Pro 3, the 100 requirement. But what I'm saying is, if I'm a Pro 1 or not even yet, and I'm bringing in the 200, will I get 40% or will it only be 30% until I hit the Pro 4?
You only have to have the 100 to receive a commission check, but you're only going to receive a 30%.
But so if I get the 200 right now, will I get the 40%?
No, you don't need, you're qualified for the 40%, because remember what your volume is. Your volume is 580. So you qualify for the 40% already because you've already met the 200 requirement. It says 100 on the computer, but when you click into it, it shows you what your actual volume is. What it's saying is you've met the minimum requirement by putting 100 on there.
Okay,
Qualify. You've already met the minimum requirement, but you already qualify.
Okay, then, that answers my question.
So you're good there. Now back to Brad's question. Brad, it used to be that you had to upgrade in order to receive certain types of commissions. You'd only get half of the enrollment bonuses or whatever. Remember, those enrollment bonuses on the silver pack is 100, the gold pack is 200, the platinum pack is 400. If you come in on a worst case scenario, just the $50 starter kit, and you have a $200 auto shipment on your personal order, and you sign somebody on a gold pack, you're still getting the $200. Or you sign somebody on the platinum pack, you're getting the $400. If you enroll a preferred customer, you're getting the 40%. It's all the same across the board. So there is no requirement to upgrade. There would be no need to upgrade. The only benefit of purchasing the pack, and Brad, you asked about what do we need to make sure we know to talk to new people about. What you need to make sure you're talking to the new person about is making sure they understand the value of those enrollment packs. So what's the value of those packs? Well, you're going to be getting savings on product, 20%, 25%, and then 30%, 20, 25, and 30. You're also going to be getting enrolled into the convention ticket, and you get 2 convention tickets there. If you don't make that decision at the very beginning, you're going to miss out on that. That's the reason why. Your close, if you want to call it that, on pushing one of these packages is this value right here. The discount savings and the fact that you're getting enrolled into the Elite Academy or convention tickets, all those are incentives when you purchase your actual pack. But there's no requirement in terms of higher commission checks. Does that answer your question, Brad? Does that help?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, because I think before they would, if they came in on a lesser pack, they would have to do almost twice the work. But that's not the case anymore, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yep. No, that answers it perfectly. That's cool. Thanks.
And also, that is a one-time bonus, just so everyone knows. That's not an every month thing. Those packs are a one-time bonus.
Well, remember, whether it's a distributor that enrolls or a preferred customer, the compensation plan doesn't care. As long as you are qualified, which is, remember what the qualifications are, at least a starter kit and a 200 PV, you're going to get 40% of whatever product is going through any transaction. If a distributor purchases product, you're going to get 40%. Now, can a distributor purchase a platinum pack, or let's just say a gold pack, and then add some extra product on there? Yep, they can. And you're going to receive a 40% commission on that. So yeah, it's a one-time payout, but it's a payout on a 40% across the board. It makes it really, really easy to understand. Whether it's a distributor who enrolls or preferred customer, it's 40%. One of the things that are difficult, I think, is sometimes is when we do an actual group meeting at a house or a one-on-one, we don't break down the compensation plan. We just talk about the earnings and claims statement, and maybe we talk about what package options are available, but we never break down the compensation plan. And so for me, I love talking about the compensation plan, and I love teaching about why the compensation plan is written the way that it's written. I'm a numbers guy and I love it anyway, but we never have a platform to really talk about that. So I think sometimes this type of a platform is good and healthy for us to understand the details of the comp plan. and know why we have the generational matching bonus. Guys, I could talk about the generational matching bonus for an hour. I could talk about the elite pool bonus for an hour. Those pieces are great for long-term wealth, but I think there's a time and a place for it. And so I just think that we as distributors need to get a little bit better and more proficient at the details of the compensation plan, but don't feel like we need to hammer prospects with that information, because just as you guys can see just in this Zoom alone, there's questions that come up, and there's little details that sometimes we may miss, and we can really throw ourselves for a loop, and there's some complexity to the plan. But the more that we're involved in it, the more that we're enrolling people, the more that we're doing it, we're going to start to see how the compensation plan starts to pay out and how it works. What I can tell you is that when you maximize the compensation plan, it's 59.9% of every dollar is being paid out in our compensation plan. Okay, so there's a lot of money there. Just the residual breakdown, the 9 levels, that's 43% of every dollar being paid out. So there's a lot of money that's available in the comp plan. I will tell you right now, when we go and look at the earnings and claim statement, our mid-level ranks are benefiting, as Donald Trump would say, they're benefiting bigly, okay? They're bigly benefiting. It's a big deal. The mid-level ranks are making money. When we can get people making $1,000 to $2,000 to $5,000 a month between our rank Pro 4, Pro 5, and Pro 6, that's life-changing money for a lot of people. And so those are important to me, because I know that we can build a good-sized network around some of these pieces of the comp plan. All right, any other questions that we can address before we get off this horrendously long Zoom? Valuable, but long. Okay, if there's nothing else, let's close this up. I think that what we need to do as a team, this is just based upon just some of the things that have transpired here, is I would like to get a little bit more proficient on breaking down the compensation plan and just going over and covering some of those details. And the way to do that is going to be two-part. One, some of these short little videos that we've talked about shooting, where we talk about specific areas of the comp plan. And the other one I think it'd be beneficial is that we pick up a Zoom throughout the week. And we don't have to do this every week, but maybe once a month or once every other week, we do a Zoom specifically tied to just a compensation plan breakdown, and spend 20 to 30 minutes of going over the 8 ways the compensation plan pays. So that way, if any distributor or any prospect has any questions at all, we can digest that compensation plan and make it make sense. So I guess think that'd be worthwhile. That's something you guys think would be good? Okay. All right, well, with that being said then, I don't have anything else other than let's make sure we get registered for the events. Those of you that are new, let's get your plan of actions together. There is a starter kit that's already coming to you in the mail. In that starter kit, there is an entire getting started checklist. Don't wait for your starter kit and all your stuff to show up before you act on your business. You guys are all that are new. You have all got an ID number now. You can literally enroll somebody right now today, and you will have a commission check coming by next week. These upfront bonuses are paid out weekly. So you enroll a customer today, by next week you got a check coming in the mail. So we want to make sure we're getting checks coming as quickly as possible, and it's all about just taking action in our business. So let's make sure we do that for all of our new people. If there's any prospects that happen to be on here, I know we had a couple that were invited, and I saw some that were on earlier. If there is any prospects that need to have some more questions clarified, let's make sure that we do that. Last thing, before we jump off, we have our team Facebook page, that Road to 10 page. Let's keep utilizing that page. Our objective is to do 3 things. Add prospects to that team page. Tag them on a post that's relative to their life. And then we want to take that conversation and message them. That private message is a really powerful way to connect people to information, okay? So add them to the Facebook page, tag them in a post, and let's send out a private message to them and introduce them to some team members. You can send a group instant messenger. You can do that by text. You can do that by audio. You can do that by a video. But utilize that Facebook instant messenger as a way to add value to people. Remember, this is a social thing. We're building culture, and we need to add that value of, I believe I can build this business, and that is validated when people are joined into a culture, a group of people that all believe the same way. So let's work on that this upcoming week. We love to hear your stories. If you've got a great product story, post a quick 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute testimonial on the product. If you have a great peer-reviewed study or a great story that you want to add about the product, or there's one product that you love specifically out of our company, let's add value to that. Tag that into our team page, because there are people that are looking for answers on specific health issues or concerns. Let's make sure we have great content on that page. The other thing is your testimonial on you receiving a check. Man, if you're making a rank advancing, you're receiving a check, post that on that team page. So let's utilize that team page as a way for all of us to leverage each other, and let's continue to grow this thing and move it forward. All right, so with that, I'm done. Thanks, guys, for being on here this Saturday morning. Keep up the great work. Let's keep going after it. A lot of good things are happening. We're excited for the future of what we have sitting in front of us. Guys, have an awesome Saturday.
Thanks, Trent.
Thank you.
Good job, Trent. Thank you.
Thanks, Stacy.
Have fun riding motorcycles if you're going.
I am going. I'm hoping he waited for me. We'll see.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trent.
As always, Brian, mucho el welcome.
Thanks, Trent. That was amazing. Very, very appropriate for right now.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Good job, Trent. Have a good day.
Thanks, Calvin. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
You can